there's a massive element of bewilderment to the record, you know, and that can only, in reality, that can only put down to aging. You know, we can't hide away from that just trying to keep up with everything as a human being, full stop, it just gets harder and harder, let alone being in a band and having kids, and I'm trying to engage with culture and politics and stay beautiful. It's not fucking easy. And then trying to make a genius record as well.
You're nailing it.
So
you are nailing it.
I think sometimes the work is sometimes you just you think less and you literally just power through, which is what I think it felt like with this record. It wasn't the happiest record to make, I wouldn't say. Not that it was horrible, but it just wasn't, you know, nothing fell into place, as in the studio was nothing was ever quite finished, and we were just pushing. But sometimes that's happened before. This Is My Truth was a bit like that, because it was the follow-up to such a massive album, and it never felt quite finished, or we didn't quite know until right at the end. And I think then when you sit back and you play it back and you feel there is a coherent whole to it. I think this record was a bit like that.
I mean, I enjoyed the record. Nick had a tough time because he had family stuff going on and everything, so it was harder for him to have a good time making the record. But I still have that grace period of when the Rhythm Twins go home, you know. It's just me.
That is your favourite time.
It's not at all. It's not at all. But I have that period where it's just, you know, me and Dave Ehringer, the producer.
I thought you were saying you and the dog then.
No. Well, kind of.
You've seen him sleep.
The Dave Ehringer is a Labrador trapped in a man's body. It really is. But kind of, I had a good time. It's the first time I didn't try to kill Dave doing a record, and kind of like finally kind of managed to kind of calm down with that. So I really enjoyed it because I was going from tracks to tracks. You know, I remember one night we were working on International Blue, and we had to flip over and kind of like and put Broken Algorithms on, and it just came on. And I just I remember David just hadn't left the drum track soloed up, and it accidentally had this beautiful effect on it, and Dave just let it play, just the entire drum track, and I was like, fuck me, that sounds brilliant. Sean goes, Nico McBain, the drummer from Iron Maiden, he goes, Nico McBain kind of rototoms out for it kind of thing, and I just sat there one night, I just listened to it twice. I could just listen to that drum track. So I have those moments in the studio where kind of like, you know, sometimes you have that startling little moment where it's quite nerdy, but I just go, I could just actually listen to Sean just, you know, drum that track on its own all night and just mess around with it kind of thing. So you just have those moments where you have those indulgent moments, and it's really cool.
That's Newport for you.
Do you do that to your own tracks as well, Sean? Do you sometimes sit back and go, fucking hell, that is good drums?
Probably in about 10 years from now. Once I've done it, I don't want to listen to it for weeks. You know, I'd rather everything else be put on top of it and then start going back and listening to it. I pulled out all the tricks of the trade that I've learned over the last 20, 30 years, just because of the constraint, the time period we had to get it out. So yeah, I mean, everything went into, well, especially that track.
Yeah. Photography plays a big part on the record as well.